Hey friends, welcome to China Coaching. Rob here. I got some great friends who are experts. I'm going to give you survival tips on how to survive here in America, how to adjust so you can be more successful here as a student. Check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to let our friends, we got some students from UT Arlington today. I'm going to share their expert advice. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Yeah, hi, I'm Nishi. I'm from Ahmedabad and I'm studying here computer science in UTA.
Hi, I'm Divyanshu. I'm from New Delhi, India, and at UTA, I'm pursuing MSHRM and MBA Human Resources.
Hello, my name is Milin Joshi. I'm from Mumbai, India, and I'm here to pursue Masters in Electrical Engineering.
So we've got a variety of places and majors and experiences and with their powers combined. We're going to give you guys some great information today. Thanks for connecting with us on China Coaching. Don't forget to subscribe, connect with us online so we can get more great information like these guys to you in the future. So survival tips. You guys have kind of learned the hard way. You know, those first few weeks, first months are really hard. What do you guys want to tell to the new students, the fall 19 students? What do they need to know to survive? What's the first survival tip?
First of all, when you arrive here, just make sure that you take a couple of days and just settle down. Do not just rush into things. And after settling down, if you are looking for on-campus jobs, if you feel that you need a job to support your funding, then just go out and approach the concerned people. And just because this jobs positions just get filled out quickly.
And we just made a video about that, so we'll put the link. Divyanshu and Nishi shared a great video about the process to get a job, so be sure to watch that so you know what to do.
My tip would be like exactly the opposite, that whenever you're here, just give some time to yourself. That is very true, but at the same time, be very, very proactive because all campus jobs have like a deadline. I remember having like an interview 2 days back, and there was this guy who was being interviewed by a manager, and he was like, "Oh, I'm super jet lagged." That's what he was saying to the manager, "I'm super jet lagged." And because everything has a deadline, be very, very proactive. Once you're here, start making connections, and start asking people like, what are the opportunities that are available, what are the deadlines, just chase those deadlines, start chasing those deadlines, because once it's over, then you would have to wait for like 4 to 5 months for that thing. Yeah.
And America is definitely a faster paced culture compared to most of the world, especially Eastern cultures. Time is different here. It's very prompt. We have the saying, ASAP, as soon as possible. So you have to learn to adjust and kind of play by the American rules and timings if you want to have those opportunities.
So my advice would be like, whenever you get here, either in the fall or in the spring, there are going to be lots of events, lots of cultural activities. Just go and participate in them. You might feel jet lagged, you might feel tired, and you'll be like, I have no friends. You might not have any friends over here. You'll be alone, but just go there, make friends, interact with people, and not like I'm from this state. I'll be talking to this people. Those are my friends. Don't be like that. Even from India. Just interact with different people from different states. Interact with the Mexicans over here, interact with the Americans, Africans, all of them, and they'll be really helpful because connections are the main things, as we talked about. Like
those fun things in different cultures to learn about all these different people.
Exactly. You'll be really surprised by knowing like what culture do they have, how they live, how they celebrate things, and those kind of things. So just go and interact with them, make connections.
Also, interaction with different people is good because at the very beginning, when you come to the United States, you are kind of emotionally unstable because you remind of your family's friends back in your country. So it's good to interact with different people, know about their cultures, and know more about your university.
Talking about emotional instability, at UTA, we have 6 free counseling sessions that are available. Changing an external environment can be overwhelming. Again, everybody has different tolerance towards stress and anxiety. So if you're kind of like missing family and you're kind of like very confused that, hey, I'm feeling so overwhelmed, but I do not know like whom should I speak with. There are people who are there at UTA who would help you for anything that is wrong with your academics. Speak to your grad advisor. If you're not feeling emotionally okay, speak to the counselors who get paid to help you people. So know the resources that are available and make use of those resources. Another tip that I would give is that your health is everything over here. You cannot afford to fall sick here in America if it's not covered in your insurance. I remember we had a friend who had like a dental problem, and that was not covered in her insurance, and she had to go back to India, and she immediately had it when she came here, and she had to go back to India to get it fixed. So again, do not ignore your health. Eat healthy over here. Do not get used to junk food because that is pretty cheap. It's very, very cheap here in America, and do not be afraid of spending those dollars. it's okay. Your health is very important. So if you fall sick, you'll spend double the amount. So please make sure that you're absolutely healthy when you're here in America, and get yourself completely tested once you're living in India, so that you know that if you need certain medications, purchase that from India and use them here in America, so that you do not have to spend those dollars over here.
Also approach the health center and know all the benefits which are covered in your health insurance, so that you can know when to approach and whom to approach if you have any kind of problem.
And to add to his like junk food thing, for me especially, I didn't used to cook in India back there because I had my mom and all. So I never liked cooking. But after coming here, cooking really works like a therapy. Like you get that time out somehow, and like it keeps you away from all the depression, all the problems you're going on about the studies, about the other things, about your job, everything. So it really works like a therapy. A, you really feel fresh, and B, like you really have to really get to eat good food, and it's really good that you eat a home cooked food better than just go out and just order something
You can
online.
try out new dishes all the time by making it.
Yeah, YouTube videos
I'm
for
still
that.
very bad at cooking properties. I'm still so bad at cooking.
Yeah.
Or at least make sure you have a roommate that can cook.
Yes.
And then
I'm the one
you do the dishes, teamwork,
Exactly.
or have cooking parties where you get some friends together, you all chip in, have a potluck, and
Yeah.
those are fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can eat healthy home cooked food, reminds you of home,
Yeah.
takes a break from the studies.
Yes.
Those are fun things to do.
And be really flexible, be ready to do all the work. Like you all have to clean your own house, clean your own trash, throw out your own trash, because that'll be will be really unhealthy for you if you don't clean your house, and be your landlord, or if you're living in campus, there'll be really problem, the inspection and all. Those are
Keep
going
your
to charge
apartment
you
clean.
more. Yeah.
We had a friend who paid like $150, I guess, because his apartment was not clean.
Yeah.
That's when the bugs come.
Yeah, that's when
You
the
don't want any
Yeah,
bug problems.
Roches probably.
Yeah. And another tip would be to join organizations. We have a lot of opportunities here at UTA. A lot of people graduate when you are coming in fall. A lot of people graduate, and they are looking for presidents and vice presidents like directly in the committee. I remember being a part of an extracurricular society in India is different from being a part of an extracurricular society here in the US, because when I became the president of a certain society, the debating society in India, I had to stay with that society for like a year and kind of like know about the society, or kind of like interact with the people and develop a network of people who could kind of like vote for me as the president. But when I came here in the States, they were looking for a president for Gender and Sexuality Alliance. So I was very, 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 very interested to kind of have that leadership opportunity and lead a team. So we would have like a lot of opportunities like that available here in the States. So kind of like make use of that opportunity.
Yeah.
Definitely that would be my recommendation. And be friends with your grad advisor as well. That is another
That's
thing
the
that-
main.
yeah.
So that's the point. Be aware of the resources they are providing. Like he talked about the counselors, then their academic advisors. Just it's like we do have academic advisor, but everybody goes there when they are trying to enroll in the courses. But you can get advice other than that also. Like how do you plan your semesters? How do you plan your majors? What are going to be helpful for? What are your interests, and what is going to be helpful in the future for your job opportunities? Then they have different scholarships. Many students don't know about the scholarships and they don't apply.
Yes.
So a lot of scholarships are there, and also like financial advising is also there. So just know about the resources they are providing and just make use of that.
Yeah, take advantage of all the help that's available.
Exactly.
You guys are paying for it, so
Exactly.
get your money's worth.
Yeah, especially grad advisor.
Yeah.
I remember my grad advisor, Dr. Thomas Gresa. If you're watching this, thank you so much for helping me throughout my journey here in the States. He was so helpful. I remember I went to him. No, before that there was another advisor, Dr. Dennis Weird, and I went to him and I was like, I want in-state tuition. I cannot afford international tuition. It's a lot. And then he told me that kind of maintain a good GPA in the first semester, and definitely kind of like first of all he took me to a professor and he was like that this is the situation. We do not have a lot of international students in my major, so it was kind of like a new situation for him because he's not dealt with a lot of international people. He took me to the department chair and he was like that this is the situation and what are we supposed to do about it. And the department chair told me that kind of maintain a good GPA in the first semester and approach him back. So I went back to him after getting a 4.0 in the first semester, and then he immediately took me and he was like, when he was hiring, he was like, oh, there are people whose contract is being continued, so we cannot hire you for spring semester as well. But then I finally got it in summer, and I think my grad advisor played a very, very important role. So
They support you a lot.
yes, they
Yeah.
support you.
If you allow them to.
Yes.
Exactly. You have to go there
Yeah.
in order to take advice.
Also, another point which I would like to add is that just try to adjust to the culture difference here in the States. For example, when back in India, when you have to approach your professor, then you just walk into his cabin and just sort out things with them or just ask your problems.
Yeah.
But here you need prior appointments with your professors. You need to make sure that they are available when you want them, and you go and meet them when according to their availability. Yeah.
Yes.
There's more planning involved.
Yes, so you just cannot directly walk into their cabin and like, I have this problem. So it's very difficult that they might approach you. They would definitely tell you that take an appointment and approach me later.
And it's
be
about
on
the-
time for the appointment.
Yes, be on time.
Be on time. They would take it personally.
They want to
Yes.
help you, they're just very busy.
Yeah.
So you just have to plan ahead a little bit.
Correct.
And it's about the impression. He might help you at that time, but it's about the impression you're leaving on him, that it doesn't give out like very professional or good impression. So that's the thing, you have to behave in a manner.
Yeah, you guys have covered so many survival tips. Any last one that we need to cover?
Just one point, people will look out for like jobs to support them, but do not forget what your main intention is. Your goal is to get good grades and secure very good jobs, and you just need the part-time jobs to support your monthly expenses, and your main goal should be to pass out with good grades.
Very, very important.
Yes.
At the same time, just be flexible to manage multiple
Yeah.
priorities. Yes.
Things are going to be different here.
Absolutely.
Expectations are different. America is different than most places in the world.
Yes.
America's got good things and bad things. So come with low expectations and then you'll have a good time.
I have another thing to say.
Please.
A lot of people on campus are going to tell you, so when a deadline is passed for an on-campus job, a lot of your friends, they are going to tempt you for off-campus jobs. That, hey, we have this motel wherein you can work,
Gas
or
station,
this
restaurant.
this Indian restaurant where you can work, or this gas station.
They kind of pay you under the table.
Yeah, under the table you get cash and no taxes at all. So you'll be kind of very, very tempted for it, but it comes with serious repercussion and consequences. So if you're going down the road, please be aware that it can have serious consequences. You can get deported. So I mean,
Don't go down that road.
Don't go down that road.
Puts your visa at risk.
At
Yeah.
stake. So definitely do not do
And
that.
other thing I wanted to mention that there has been few incidents where there could come fake calls, the cheating or fraud calls.
Yeah.
Do not get carried away about that. They'll tell you that your assistant has been provoked, that your visa is you're gonna be deported.
Don't panic.
And I'm not kidding. My two friends have lost money on that, and a major amount of money, like $2,000.
I know other students do.
Yeah, exactly. So don't, even if you're getting calls, just make sure, go to the
Check with the
UTA
college,
police, your university police, or just make sure, do not, in any chances, do not buy gift cards or anything.
Don't give much information.
Not
No,
share,
don't, so
not
that's
share
really
things
major
like
thing,
your
yeah.
passport number, your
not,
SSN
yes.
number. Do not share.
Definitely.
Many
Whoever
students
it
have
may
lost
be.
a lot of
Yeah.
money on that.
I remember I got like a $4,000 check in my mailbox. You remember, Nishi?
Yes.
I already
Yeah.
showed you and showed you as
Yeah.
well. And that was like for a dog walker job. All I had to do was like walk a dog for like an hour or two, and I was paid $300 a week for that. So I was like, okay, that's like a good job. And then when you have that money and when you deposit that money in the bank, your bank account would immediately increase with $4,000. A lot of people who kind of like send you these fake checks, they emphasize on urgency. They're like, do it immediately, we need to start it immediately and transfer that amount to this account. So if I had deposited that $4,000 check to my Wells Fargo bank account, my bank account would have been immediately increased by $4,000. And he was telling me to, kind of like immediately transfer it to him. I would have transferred that $4,000 to him, and then when 2 weeks later, when that check would not have been cleared, it would have been my liability to pay it back to the bank. And $4,000 for an international student.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, shame on these people for doing scams like that. And then please do not be that stupid to
And after that money is gone, even the police, they cannot help you.
So
And
double,
that's
triple check. Ask your seniors. Ask the college
And
police.
don't get tempted
Ask
by
us
the
if you
easy
need help.
Yeah.
Text me, message me.
Yeah.
Ask these guys, your seniors, and we'll help you. So these are incredible tips. If you want to survive, follow what they said. Milin, Divyanshu, Nishi, these guys are going to save you a lot of hassles. Follow what they said, and you guys are going to be successful here in America. Thanks for joining us in this video. It's been fun. I've learned a lot today. So this is great. And we'll see you guys next time at China Coaching. Bye-bye.